Apology means admission of one mistake. An apology makes the offended person feel better. It averts a fight or a quarrel. A positive advantage of admitting your mistakes is that you get to realize your own weakness. If you try to hide your faults, it will be difficult to correct yourself. You can improve only if you recognize your faults and then do something about them. Some people are too proud to admit their faults. This is wrong. By admitting your faults, you show that you are a person of a strong character. It shows that you have courage and that you are not afraid of the outcome of owning your faults. It also shows humility. A proud person thinks that he can never make a mistake, but it is human to make mistakes at some time or the other. Sensible people admit their mistakes and try to correct themselves. Sometimes, when you acknowledge your mistake, you may be punished. At such times you must think that it was wrong to admit your fault. You must learn to accept any punishment which is given to you for your mistakes you have committed. This will prove to be for your own good. The lesson learned from your mistakes will make you a better person. However, some mistakes are deliberate, others are accidental. But whether the mistake may be big or small, we should always admit it and apologize for it. You may have heard some people say, "What is the use of saying sorry, as it cannot undo the wrong? The wronged person has to suffer its consequences." Whatever. Suppose you accidentally hit a boy while cycling on the road. The victim will surely get angry with you. His companions or he himself may try to hit you back, but if you help him to get up, he'll soon calm down and his anger will subside. He will realize that you did not hit him on purpose. When you offend a person on purpose, you deliberately do it knowing fully well that your action will annoy another person. For example, your friend has an important book you want to read. You take it away without asking him or her because you felt that she may not lend it to you. He is upset about losing it. Soon he discovers that you pinched his book and loses his temper and shouts at you. He creates a scene. Under the circumstances, the best course would be to admit your fault and apologize for your action. Shouting back or saying nasty things in turn would only make the matters worse. You will do two wrongs if instead of feeling sorry for your mistake you show your temper. The proper thing to do in such a case will be to say sorry and see how you can make up for the wrong you have done. You'll mess up matters if you try to cover up your misdeed by telling a lie. You may have to invent many lies to reinforce your cover-up story. It would be much simpler to tell the truth and admit your fault. Some mistakes are committed through our forgetfulness. A person borrows something from his friend in times of need, but forgets to return it after use. When the lender reminds the borrower to return it, the latter starts making excuses. He adds insult to an injury. Instead, he makes the matter none the worse. However, in face of such a situations, an apology is the only way out. It is graceful to admit one fault and feel extremely sorry for the unbecoming and hurting behavior. You show that you are a man of character. You learn from your mistakes and teach yourself to act wisely and rightly. It has been rightly said, our mistakes are best educators. A man can see further through a tear than a telescope. So be large-hearted enough to admit your faults and say sorry.